Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Donati. In lesson two of the mental health unit, we're going to look closely at emotions. Emotions are very, very important to understand. A lot of times, in particular in your teen years, it's a very confusing time, and sometimes emotions can change because of basically the hormones that are running through your body, maybe the not understanding certain situations. So we want to really look closely at emotions and try to understand them a little bit better. Basically, to understand your emotions, you have to understand that your emotions signal to tell your mind and body how to react. Sometimes referred to as feelings, emotions are your response to certain thoughts and events. Communicating emotions effectively is the key to building and maintaining healthy relationships. Emotions affect all sides of your health triangle. Your health triangle is reference to your social, mental, emotional, and physical well being, meaning that each one of those or each one of the sides of the triangle can be affected by your emotions. We need to identify what your emotions are. Okay? Emotions in teen years are difficult at best to understand and deal with. Like I said earlier, because of the hormones, emotions can swing wildly and cause confusion. Mixed emotions can be challenging. And basically, what that means is a person can feel really happy for a friend, but also jealous at the same time. We want to look now at primary emotions. Primary emotions are emotions that all people, no matter what the culture, will express: happiness, joy, sadness, to name a few. Learned emotions, on the other hand, refer to social emotions. These are emotions that are expressed differently by the social environment. This means that we learn how to love and how to feel guilt and express shame differently because of our upbringing. We now want to look closely at several different kinds of the main emotions. First one is happiness. Happiness can be described as a feeling of good or satisfied. Usually, there is outward signs that define what emotions a person is experiencing. Happiness is important because we need to feel positive and to help our mental health. So, as we look at our friends, the minions, you can see that they are expressing their happiness towards an event they were at or what when somebody was talking. Sadness can be described as feeling rejected or a tremendous loss. Again, it's important that we get to know this emotion. We learn how to deal with it in a positive manner. It is normal to experience sadness, but we need to learn from it and not dwell in it for long periods of time. Make sure you talk to people and and make sure you kind of monitor: are you in the blues? Are you staying there a little bit too long? For me personally, I use working out as a way to deal with my frustrations so I can kind of deal with a lot of the things that I need to cover or do in a particular day. Love. This is a very strong emotion. It's also one of the most confusing emotions. For some people, um, love is hard to understand and maybe even express. The word love is used to describe strong affection, deep concern, and respect for somebody. Yet at times, love can be confused with infatuation with somebody, meaning you find that person maybe attracts something about it, but you're more compelled to that person because of maybe their looks, but not the deep down feeling of what love is. Love also can describe something we really enjoy, like a special treat or dessert. But again, it's not has the same definition in that kind of context. If I would say I really like those chocolate chip cookies, that is a little bit different than saying I really love that person. Empathy. This is one of the more important ones to understand in terms of your ability to understand what someone is going through. I feel this emotion is hard to understand because how we don't understand different people. We look at just the cover and not what is really going on. And so, guys, one of the big things is make sure in the course of a day you try to identify and read when people are having problems and make sure you're not adding on to it. Have a little bit of sympathy. Again, empathy is understanding what a person's going through, having feelings for what that person is going through. Identifying basically fear. Fear is being startled by something. At times, fear keeps us safe. It allows us to recognize potential dangerous situations. Phobias can be an example of extreme fears. No one likes being fearful at times. Fear can be a harmful emotion when it is not based on a real threat or when it is an overreaction to a perceived threat. Unrealistic fears can prevent people from living a normal life and doing the things they want. But understand fear is important because it does protect us to a certain extent from potentially dangerous situations. Guilt and shame. Guilt often results in responding against our moral compass. Shame is how we feel if we do something we feel isn't right. Many times, guilt and shame are from things we accidentally do or say. At first, the intention is considered a harmless joke, but the result is not fully understood until after the moment. Other times, we blame ourselves for something we can't control. These are the I should have done moments. All right. And again, hopefully you like my GIF with our dog here. He got caught doing something. And he's kind of expressing that he feels really bad for doing whatever he did. Identifying anger. Anger is being emotionally hurt or physically harmed. People need to deal with anger in a positive way. When anger isn't dealt with properly, hurtful things are said and done. Anger is a normal feeling when you are hurt. Keeping anger pent up can lead to physical problems later on. And again, guys, all the emotions we've talked about right now, they're very, very common. Just understand it's how you deal with them and recognizing them and trying to deal with the emotions in a way that's not going to affect your mental health. Learning to express emotions is important. Expressing emotion is an important step in growing up. We have defense mechanisms that can be used as strategies that deal with strong emotions. These defense mechanisms can reduce the pains we feel when we don't do a good job or dealing with our emotions. We displace them on other people. Everybody has emotional needs. Everyone has emotions. Everyone has these needs, and basically there are three of them. Number one, the need to love and be loved is a basic human need. This helps us with decisions we need to make. The second one is the need to belong. This is a need that helps define who we are. And again, you'll probably have noticed that through the years, from your elementary to middle school to your high school, you guys are probably changing in terms of inside, not only physically, mentally, but who you hang out with. And so, what was important when you were in sixth grade probably isn't as important now. And again, you'll have a continual cycle of this as you get older and you start careers and you start meeting new people. The last one is the need to make a difference. This need allows us to feel like we've accomplished something. And again, when you're experiencing this need, basically you'll be compelled at times to help people. That is more or less human nature. On a final thought, we need to fully understand our emotions. This can help with our mental health and potentially stop mental health problems. Healthy people have good emotional balance. Thank you for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed the show.